The conclusion of this terrifying film, as many viewers have asserted, was the film's undoing. Everyone who goes to the movies has a distinct point of view on the qualities that distinguish a good movie from a bad one. Even scary movies have the potential to be masterpieces that launch enduring franchises and leave legacies that can't be disputed. One of the criticisms that are leveled most frequently against these movies is the manner in which they come to an end. Fans believe that a wonderful ending is required for a movie to merit a rating of 5 stars, but unfortunately, a lot of movies don't deliver on this expectation. In a discussion about movies that should be recognized for having the worst ending act that completely ruins the movie, viewers have a variety of perspectives and opinions to share. The vast majority of the discussions centered on horror movies, which typically feature a shocking revelation at the film's climax. Unhappily, the vast majority of people were of the opinion that 10 Cloverfield Lane was the worst note to read. The film 10 Cloverfield Lane is the second installment in the Cloverfield franchise. Viewers shared their varied perspectives in response to a question about which motion pictures are deserving of recognition for having the worst climax, which, in essence, ruins the entire movie. The majority of the discussion centered on terrifying movies, which are known for having unexpected conclusions. Unfortunately, the majority of viewers felt that the conclusion of 10 Cloverfield Lane was the least interesting of the three. 10 Cloverfield Lane is considered to be the spiritual successor to the film Cloverfield, which was released in 2008. The sequel from 2016 is a sci-fi psychological thriller, and it has been described as such. The fact that the film was produced by J.J. Abrams, along with Lindsay Weber, and directed by Dan Trachtenberg, contributed to the movie's early success with audiences. After all, J.J. Abrams' Lost had an intriguing beginning and an even more intriguing trajectory up until the truth was revealed in the final episode of the series' 121 episodes. However, many fans did not express their satisfaction until the very last few minutes of the highly anticipated Cloverfield film. If you're enjoying this video so far, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you can watch more videos just like this one. That did not prevent them from producing a follow-up in 2018, which they titled The Cloverfield Paradox. However, its release was delayed for quite some time before it was finally made available. After that, there was another Cloverfield. In spite of the fact that audiences had already come to the realization at the time that movies had not been worthwhile to see, ever since 10 Cloverfield Lane, everything was revealed in the end. The film received negative reviews. 10 Cloverfield Lane's ending ruined the whole movie. According to the response that received the highest overall ranking to the question of which movie had the worst ending, the answer is the final 10 minutes of the film 10 Cloverfield Lane. The leading observation asserted that the film would have been considered one of the greatest psychological thrillers if the climactic sequence had not been included. According to the critic, the film could have been saved if the audience had witnessed the character Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, staring at the field with a worried expression on her face. Attention! The following paragraphs may reveal plot details about the movie. Since the final few minutes of the film depict alien activity, Mad Howard, of all people, played by John Goodman, asserts that he has been holding Michelle captive in an underground bunker for the duration of the film. In addition to being an extraterrestrial, the fact that Howard was also a kidnapper and a murderer contributed to the film's atmosphere and psychological dread. According to the remark that received the highest rating, it would be up to us to decide whether or not aliens really do exist, or whether or not everything is normal and she simply escaped from a maniac. Is the film 10 Cloverfield Lane a great movie? A significant number of users on Reddit were of the opinion that the ending sequence of 10 Cloverfield Lane was disappointing and gave it all away, but this view was not held by all users. One commenter stated that the title of the film, which is the second installment in a trilogy that is only tangentially connected to one another, revealed the answer to them, the psychological and alien elements being the common threads between the three movies. Someone else commented that it was a terrible shame. He thinks that open-ended endings are the best because they force people to reflect on the film for a greater amount of time after it has ended, speculating on whether or not what she did was proper and whether or not it could be considered justifiable. However, another responded by stating that uncertainty isn't always a good thing for a movie, and that this was a shot back. They state that they're willing to wager that if it had come to that, people would have stated that they hoped it had been resolved. They assert that they had made this wager. Since it was still a Cloverfield movie, even the open ending wouldn't leave much room for interpretation, one of the others pointed out. They claim that it is only a very slight flaw, even if it qualifies as a flaw at all. Some people thought the resolution was almost perfect, and they questioned why the mystery couldn't have been solved by both extraterrestrials and his mental illness at the same time. It would appear that critics shared the opinion of moviegoers that the film was exceptional, as Rotten Tomatoes gave the movie a score of 90% out of possible tomatoes, against the 79% audience score.